Coming up on Spotlight on Florida, we go with our friends from the Florida Forest Service to Tate's Hell State Park to find out what visitors there are doing. Also find out some other things you can do in a Florida forest near you. And later, an interview with Lena Juarez from the Florida Agritourism Association. Big meeting coming up, and you'll want to know all about it. We'll ask her the questions. You get the answers. Let's get going.
It's time for Spotlight on Florida. Headlines, events, and interviews with tourism leaders. And now, here are your hosts, Joel Silver and Kenzie Krieger.
And we start in the state forest. Spotlight on Florida, working in conjunction with the Florida Forest Service to find out what you can do in a state park near you. Let's check out Tate's Hell State Forest.
So Tate's Hell is a very popular place. A lot of people come down here for recreation and enjoying the water. Tell me about what this place offers.
So Tate's Hell has a whole lot of different opportunities for folks that want to come out and enjoy the water, be that paddleboarding, kayaking, anything like that. Here we're at actually the Cache Creek Campground, and so behind me you can see Cache's Creek. This is a great opportunity where you can come out, kind of come off the beaten path, and you can explore both freshwater, saltwater, everything in between. Just a mile and a quarter down the stream, you can actually go right out into the bay. Then you can come back and make it a round trip.
Awesome, and recreationally too, you can go out and explore the water in so many different ways. What are popular things that people like to do down here?
A growing thing here is paddleboarding. We're starting to see that a lot. I know we do have kayakers and canoers that are kind of constantly coming through. Fishing is always going to be a big thing. I know redfish is very popular right now.
So obviously Tate's Hell is an amazing place. There's so many things to do, but what would you say really makes this place special?
Tate's Hell is special because this is really old Florida. You can come out here, you can immerse yourself in nature, and just explore what this place really used to look like. You can see all sorts of wildlife. If you'd like to come out and explore old Florida, come on out. We're open, rain or shine.
All right, Brian Camposato, Assistant Chief of Forest Management. And Brian, our Florida forests are a treasure. Let's start with 5 things we can do in a Florida forest. Camping is huge, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Camping is definitely one of the biggest things that we have available to the public on our forests. Virtually all of our forests offer some form of camping. Not everybody does, whether that's from our developed campgrounds that have full facility hookups for your RVs, spots for your tents, whatever style you'd like, or more of a more dispersed primitive campsite in the middle of the woods by yourself. We kind of have stuff that runs across the gamut.
That's so cool. And you can just go to a forest, make a reservation, and book a site.
That's correct. We partner with an outside vendor to do our reservations for our campsites. If you go to our website, fdacs.gov, go to Florida Forest Service and search for recreation. You can get on to our reservation page that way, or you can go to floridaforestservice.reserveamerica.com.
Now, Floridians love equestrian activities. Horses are so popular here in the Sunshine State, and you can actually do equine activities in a Florida forest.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. We have some forests that are set up to really offer a good opportunity for equestrian trails. Goethe State Forest is what comes to mind there. There are some private equestrian communities around there. We get a lot of visitors. But we also have equestrian campgrounds. The Black Equestrian Campground. We have our Coldwater Campground at Blackwater River State Forest. And then the Tillis Hill Equestrian Campground at Withlacoochee State Forest is our third. And again, they're all of different sizes. They kind of cater to slightly different equestrian uses, but they're all set up for you to bring your horse, go camping, and then go on the trails with your horse.
You know, you can combine all these. So you can do some camping, you can bring your horse, but if you want to just go hiking, that is an enormous activity that has so much popularity, right?
Oh yeah, that is easily our biggest, right, just across the board recreation activity, because people want to hike, whether it's just that quick hike in the morning, maybe after work in the evening, whether you're on vacation, you're taking a break, you're just visiting the forest, whatever the case might be. Hiking is a very big thing to do. We've got hiking trails set up on, again, virtually all of our forests. Any forest that has road system, you can hike on the road system, so it's pretty open to where you can go hiking. But yeah, hiking is a big one, and we see lots of hikers across all of our forests.
It's amazing. Now, if you're like me, you love water, and I mean, water is that. Hey, Sunshine State. That's what we're known for. So, in Florida, there's kayaking, and there's other water activities, and you can do them in many of our forests, right?
Well, yeah, you can do those activities in a lot of our forests. Not every forest has the water resources to be able to do that, but some have very nice water resources where we've got rivers or big lakes or ponds that you could put a kayak or a paddleboard into, or a canoe, and you can take it down the water course or just kind of go out in the middle of the pond and, you know, kind of mess around if you want. But a lot of the forests that have rivers associated with them, Blackwater River State Forest is a great example, that have more of those opportunities to allow more folks in there, and just more access points at which they can, you know, users can come in and do these recreational activities.
Okay, and now, number 5. It's really popular in Florida, and a lot of avid hunters. And there is, if you want to hunt, the Florida forests are, you know, one of the best places you can go, right?
Absolutely. The Florida Forest Service does partner with the State Wildlife Agency, FWC, to, you know, come up with the rules for all of our state forests, which have wildlife management areas. 96% of the land that we manage have wildlife management areas, and we do like to encourage responsible hunting. It's been around for millennia. It's a generational thing with a lot of the families that come to visit our forests, and of course we do support you know, hunting and fishing on our lands. And we work with FWC to make sure that that's a reality, that the folks that do want to come out and you know, hunt for whatever it is they're after, whether it's waterfowl or deer or turkey, they can have those opportunities and hopefully be very successful in their hunt.
Well, there you go. We've got it all in Florida. That's 5 things you can do in a Florida forest. Whether you're in Florida or you're visiting Florida, check out a Florida forest today.
Spotlight on Florida is on the air. It's time for our big story, and the big story is the big tourism event of the upcoming week. You're looking at footage of the Florida Agritourism Association annual conference, and this is the big event about to happen, and it's all taking place in Punta Gorda, Florida. To talk more about this, joining me, there she is, the expert on all these issues, Lena Juarez, Executive Director, Florida Agritourism Association. Lena, let's talk farms. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Joel. I'm very excited.
Let's jump right into this. The FATA annual conference. We're bringing farmers in from all over the state. We're talking about tourism on their farms. What's going to happen here? What can we expect?
You can expect over 200 people, farmers, ranchers, those interested in agritourism, to come to our annual conference this year on the beautiful intercoastal city of Punta Gorda, Florida. And it is going to be very exciting, a lot of educational sessions, inspiration, networking, just everything you ever wanted to know about agritourism in the state of Florida.
I've been to the conference. You always let our cameras there, so we are so excited to be there again. So you got to stay with us, folks. In coming weeks, more footage from this conference. But this is a big thing and a growing thing, and it's so exciting because farmers around Florida are doing some things on their property now that mean tourism, and it involves tourism. So they're taking their farms, right? They're doing weddings. They're taking their fields and crops, and they're letting people come and pick from the crops and walk the farmland. And they're even taking their flowers, and you can do pick'ems with it. So it's a huge growing thing, right?
It is, and it's a great opportunity to come and learn how to do agritourism well. There's so many aspects to it. So you could get some great tips about how to do what you're doing better. There's a regulatory side of it. We always have an agritourism in the law session. This year we'll have 2. You'll learn all about the classifications of land classifications from the property appraisers. But then there might be some new things you want to learn about, like marketing techniques or how to use artificial intelligence to improve the bottom line for your food and beverage sales on your farm. We have a session on growing flowers, another one on exotic animals, another one on farm to table. And then there's some real basic things like how to be a good neighbor, or what do you do if you get a code enforcement violation, or what is the plan for your family for succession planning? Like how does the land stay with your family? So that's just a sampling of what we're doing. And our website, fataconference.com, has all the details that you will ever need to know about this upcoming week's conference.
Okay, now, so if you haven't been there yet, folks, here's what you can expect. There's a big general session room with some real good speakers. There's breakout rooms. There's also going to be a trade show with vendors lined up that can help you with all the things you need to do if you're in agritourism. And also, one of my favorites, we're going to go to a farm and we're going to have dinner at a farm and see what it's all about. Lena, where are we going this year?
We're going to King's Crossing. It's about half an hour away from the conference center, and it is just a beautiful location. We just got off the phone with the owner. She's really excited. We're really excited. It's just going to be a really beautiful evening. So please come and join us just for the educational session, and also to meet some of your fellow operators and see what they're doing. It's just growing and growing in Florida, and this is our one time of year where we're all together, and just the excitement is really high.
As those of you know, if you're avid Spotlight on Florida viewers, you know we've been all over the state covering the biggest tourism meetings, and we've been with the attractions. We've been with the restaurants, the hotels. We've been everywhere. We've been with the CVBs. We've been all over. But this now, we're almost at the end of the meeting season, and this is one of our favorites. So we will now be doing agritourism. Now, the cool thing about this is we're not going to be in one of the places that we normally are because we're going to Punta Gorda, and that's where the farms are. So what can we expect about Punta Gorda?
Well, it's a wonderful small city in Charlotte County. It's on the intercoastal, so it's absolutely beautiful, and everything is walkable. So our farms obviously are to the eastern part of the county, and then down towards Fort Myers and DeSoto County and Charlotte County, all the counties down there. So we are hoping to have many of our members present and learning from each other and gathering at the conference site.
Awesome. And we'll end with this because I was just looking at the agenda. You have some expert sessions, which are going to be like bonus material. So if you really want to get into some details and really figure out how you can help your farm, we'll talk about those.
So we are offering 3 of them this year. They're going to be excellent. One is on farm design. We're bringing in a gentleman that's well, obviously he's an expert in this area. He's going to do a session during our regular conference, hoping to entice some of you to stay for Tuesday's 3 to 4 hour expert session on this. And what he does is he takes a look at your farm and he can redesign the layout so you have higher profits, more efficiencies, and potentially able to attract more guests to the events, the agritourism events that you're having on your farm. We have another one that's all about hospitality, food and beverage, like I mentioned earlier, and using artificial intelligence tools, which have really only been around for about 2 years, and improving your bottom line, your food and beverage bottom line with those tools. And then we have a perennial favorite. We're really excited to bring back Dee Dee Russell. She is a well-known expert in wedding venue extravaganza. She teaches everyone how to do it well. She's going to be paired with our board chair, Michelle Welch. They had a amazing crowd last year at their session. And if you are interested in being an event venue operator, that's the session to go to. So come join us for one of the 3. Yes, come join us for one of the 3 on Tuesday morning.
That's awesome. They sound great. And it's amazing what people are doing on their farms now. There's challenges for farmers, some challenges they have to face, and it's always a challenge keeping your farm going. But this is really helping farmers really succeed. And what I hear from them is they're also having fun with it because they're adding a whole tourism element to their farm.
Well said, Joel. I completely agree. And we just are really thankful that the farmers are so excited about this and know how to do it well and are welcoming visitors and Floridians to their farms.
All right, if you are going to the FATA annual conference, get excited. We're only days away. If you haven't registered yet, check it out. Go to the website. Lena, what is it?
FATAconference.com.
Go there. You can still register. It's all happening in Punta Gorda. The dates are 19, 20, 21.
That's correct.
July. So get signed up now. Everybody's going to be there. It's going to be lots of fun. Lena Juarez, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you down in Punta Gorda.
Thank you, Joel. We look forward to seeing you as well.
Okay. See you soon. That's it for this week on Spotlight on Florida. Tune in every week for your news headlines, events, and interviews with tourism leaders.
Thanks for watching Spotlight on Florida. Make sure and follow us on all our social media channels. This is your announcer, John Summers, speaking. Have a great day, Florida.